for the longest time I just always put my zipper on the side. As you can see here, this is the front of the pants. I have nothing there. I just put my zipper on the side because I was avoiding putting it on the front because that just seemed too technical or too difficult or something like that. But I've been able to master it, and so I know that you would be able to do that too. So I'm just going to show you. It's a quick and easy tutorial, and best believe, even if you're just starting out, like, you can sew your pants, but also like me and you've been avoiding putting your zip on the front because putting it on the side is just a lot easier, then you should definitely stay tuned. Hi and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Fumi, and if it's your first time seeing me, welcome. On this channel I share sewing tutorials, DIYs, thrift flips and things like that. So if any of those words I just mentioned sound interesting to you, you're kind of curious, then you should definitely check out other videos on my channel. I'm sure after 1 or 2 videos you're definitely going to subscribe. Anyway, today's video I'm going to be sharing with you how to do a front zipper on your pants, just like this, where you have the zip right here and then like the same way you have it on your jeans, basically. Because for the longest time I just always put my zipper on the side. As you can see here, like, I'll just do my pants, and then this was actually a tutorial from this channel, by the way, this bell bottom pants tutorial. That's aside the point. Anyway, so like you can see, this is the front of the pants. I have nothing there. I just put my zipper on the side because I was avoiding putting it on the front because that just seemed too technical or too difficult or something like that. But I've been able to master it, and so I know that you would be able to do that too. So I'm just going to show you. It's a quick and easy tutorial, and best believe, even if you're just starting out, like, you can sew your pants, but you've also, maybe you're also like me and you've been avoiding putting your zip on the front because putting it on the side is just a lot easier, then you should definitely stay tuned. If you have any questions at all, if I went too fast at any point in time at all, of course, please feel free to ask your questions in the comment section and I will reply as soon as possible. Thank you so much for clicking this video, and I really hope you enjoy it. Let me know what you think at the end of this video. Bye.
Alright, so here's everything that I am using for this project, and then we're heading straight into it. So I'm using this pair of jeans just to show you like a really good example of what your zipper fly is supposed to look like. You can see the different pieces that we're going to need by just observing what you have on your jeans. You can see there's this curved line, the outline that you see from the front of your jeans here, and you can see that there's a piece behind it. That's the first piece that we need, which is sort of like that curved shape. Then we have this second one that is basically just a rectangle. So you can see those two, and then we have our waistband as well. So we need all of that, our button and our zipper, and then we're good to go. So I already cut out my waistband. I use 5.5 inches for the width or wideness of it, and I'm basically going to fold it over like this, so it's not going to be this wide by the time I use it. So now let's get into cutting all the other pieces. So first of all, that rectangular piece that we saw, that's the first piece that I'm cutting. So I folded over my fabric, as you can see, and I'm just going to take the length measurement right now. So just marking my 9 inches. So this is the length, and then for the width I'm using 2.5 inches. You can actually use 2 inches, but I like to make mine just a bit wider. So 2 inches is fine as well. 2 inches works, but I usually use 2.5 inches, and then I'm just going to cut that out. So here's what we have, and straight away we're going to cut the other curved piece. So I'm just trimming away this excess right here. And then for the length, I'm going to make this one slightly longer than the rectangular piece, and then for the width I'm also still using 2.5 inches. So I'm just marking my 2.5 inches to create that straight line on this side, and then towards the end I'm just going to do the curved part of it right here. The fabric is a bit stretchy, so it's kind of tricky using my chalk on it. But yeah, so I'm just going to cut it out right now. And there we go. So we have our 2 pieces for the zipper area. And now with my fusible interfacing or paper gum, I'm going to use my iron to press it on my pieces and my waistband as well. Side note, I made some cute heart-shaped pockets for this pair of pants just because I thought it would be really cute. I have a tutorial for this as well. I would link it in the description box. Back to the tutorial. So as you can see, I've ironed on the interfacing. That's the white stuff that you can see inside. So I put it on all of my pieces, including my waistband. You can see how I folded my waistband. So now with my pants, this is the front. I've left it open right where the zipper is supposed to be. So now we can get to fixing it. Starting off with this curved piece, I'm going to attach it to this side of my pants, which is the left side. So for women's pants, this is usually attached to the left side. So it's going to be attached just on the side here before you get to that curved part. So on the straight part of my pants. So I'm going to join them together by a straight stitch all the way from this point to the waistline. And then I'm just going to flip it over like this, as you can see me demonstrating here, and then press it. So a standard measurement I use for this is 8.5 inches. I marked it, and that's where the tip of this curved piece is going to stop. So that's where I'm going to connect it. As you can see, there's going to be some extra at the waist, but that's fine. So you can see here, I've sewn them together and I've pressed it, so everything is nice and flat, and it's looking really good right now. So yeah. So next up, our rectangular piece and our zipper. We're going to attach these two now on the other side of our pants. So on the right side. So you can see that closed edge is the part that is going to be at the bottom. So I'm basically going to place my zipper on this rectangular piece, as you can see me doing here. And then I'm going to attach it to this other side like this, by just about 1/2 inch or maybe even smaller, just at this edge right here. But before I do that, I'm going to join up the crotch area and come up to about 1 inch after where I attach this other curved piece, and then like just about here to this point right there, that's where I'm going to connect the crotch to, all the way there, and then I'm going to attach the zip. So here's what I mean. You can see what I meant. So I attached this by just a very small allowance. Look at it here. This is just about 1/2 inch or maybe even a bit smaller. So that's why this zipper area is kind of inside, is a bit inserted. And then you can see where I joined the crotch all the way up here. And so everything is looking good. And we just need to attach this other piece and close up that zip area. And we'll basically be done with like the zipper. So what we want to do now is to lay this one and then sew that curved line you usually see in front of your pants. And then how I'm going to do this is to use my office pins, because we need to hold everything in place. So I'm using my office pins to pin my zipper to this other side, to this left side of our pants, so we can close up this area. So I'm just holding, and you want to sew just your zip to this piece and not this other rectangular piece. So because of that, so that I don't make any mistakes, I'm going to flip this rectangular piece inside so that I don't accidentally close it, because if I sew this to the other side, we won't be able to use the zip. So as you can see here, I'm just going to carefully flip that piece inside so that I can attach just the zipper to this left side of the pants and then close it up. So just gently placing that and making sure that everything is nice and flat. You need to press and iron as much as possible just to make sure that there are no bumps or anything like that. Please iron as much as you want to, as much as you feel like you need to, because if you don't, this might look a bit rough. So I'm just using my office pins to hold everything securely together so that while I'm sewing it doesn't move around. So you can see my pins here holding everything. So see, it just holds the zip to the front part of the pants because that's what we're going to sew. So this is what it looks like on the inside. It's already looking really good. We're almost done. So with a straight stitch, I'm just going to go down like this and then lock my stitch there, leaving just this little gap here. And then after that, I'm going to come back in and flip this back out just like this, before then going back and doing the curved part of that line. And then you'll basically be done attaching your zip. So that's what's going to create that curved line that you usually see in front of your pants. And here it is. So you can see I opened up my zip, so this is what it looks like on the inside. All that's left to do is attach the waistband and the button, and that's basically it. So with my waistband, you already saw how I ironed it. I folded it over and then tucked in 1/2 inch. So I'm just basically going to sort of like sandwich my pants in between the waistband. Like, let me try and demonstrate. So like, just put the waist of the pants in the middle of the waistband that is already folded over, and then sew all the way around, and you're basically done. That's it.
Thank you so much for watching this video. If you're still tuned in right now, then I'm guessing this is a good sign and you enjoyed the video. You were able to understand from start to finish. If that is not the case, or if that was not the case, feel free to ask me any questions that you have in the comment section. Thank you so much and have an amazing rest of the week. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you next week for another sewing tutorial. Also, don't forget that you can actually request sewing tutorials, because today's tutorial was actually requested by someone on Instagram. And so if you have any sewing project that you'd like to try out and you would like a tutorial on it, you can request it and I will do my best to get on it as quick as possible. Thank you so much, and yeah.